Welcome to my world, Sandra Alexei from mypersonalmuse.com, your evolutionary, intuitive astrologer and author sharing spiritual and mystical events of the month and year, the planetary energies of the month, specific transits, and how they may affect you. It gives you a heads up, some challenges, and especially of auspicious times, best dates, and when to set intentions and ensure that you consciously make intentions as to what you want to manifest. Wow, we have a partial, potent lunar eclipse full moon at 5 degrees of Pisces. Time to remove those rose-colored glasses. I would truly appreciate it if you would like, as it helps more people discover either the post, the video, or the audio. Please drop a comment, the city or country you're from, your astrological sign, your favorite color, and subscribe if a YouTube. Hit the bell so that you do not miss our next upload. If you have a personal copy of your natal astrological chart, you can check what your personal message is. That way you can check the degrees of the eclipse movement and aspects to see what house the eclipses will be visiting, and realize each house has a theme and you are being given a personal message. A couple of examples: if the eclipse is visiting the 7th house, that's relationships. Visiting the 10th house, career. Visiting the 11th house, friendship, long-term goals, deepest hopes and wishes. And visiting the 1st house represents self, your physical appearance, the identity, which is your rising sign or ascendant. Ready or not, August 27th, we have a partial full moon lunar eclipse it's actually at 4 degrees 55 minutes, but we round it to 5 degrees in the mystical sign of Pisces near the North Node at Aquarius. Okay, closing the chapter for the older Virgo Pisces axis of healing and release, marking the final event in an eclipse series that began in September of 2024. It is the time of letting go, releasing, and of seeding. This is part of a longer operational chapter or eclipse family. The Virgo Pisces axis runs from 2024 through to 2027. Rather than thinking the physical event itself endures, it doesn't. This takes place shortly after the lunar nodes have shifted into the Leo Aquarius axis on July 26 of 2026 until March 26 of 2028. This is a north lunar eclipse, and rather than offer just closure, attention is drawn to what is still taking shape as collectively and what personal needs are being recognized as needing more work, learning, and integrating. The moon in Pisces, ruled by the planets Neptune and Jupiter, has the greatest sensitivity and perceptiveness of surroundings. Jupiter is the traditional ancient ruler, so it's all about expansion, faith, philosophy, boundless compassion, and spiritual wisdom, while Neptune, as the modern ruler, governs dreams, illusion, mysticism, the subconscious, and the spiritual oceans of informed energy. With Neptune acting as the cosmic veil between raw reality and the imagination, it governs dreams, spirituality, and unconditional compassion. However, its shadow side can represent illusion, self-deception, and deceit. You can experience feelings of deep emotions, insecurity, be passive, and only wait and see what happens in your life. If you engage in creative or spiritual search, you will benefit from the great imagination of Pisces. This moon surfaces what has been carried quietly, patterns of feelings, obligation, and even fatigue that may have shaped both personal and collective life without having been named. The themes emerge through emotion, memory, and meaning rather than events alone. What rises in awareness now is less about what's happening now, rather about what has already been happening for some time. If you have your personal natal chart, you can check your houses for any planets or points between 29 degrees of Aquarius to 9 to 10 degrees of Pisces. These are very important as it identifies what you're holding and you're now ready to release. The partial Pisces lunar eclipse acts as an emotional turning point, bringing intense feelings, a need for closure, and revelations regarding personal boundaries, health, and relationships. Its energetic effects can last up to 6 months. Eclipses bring news of fated life's events, major turning points. The messages are usually brought on the day of the eclipse, within a week of the eclipse, or 1 month to the day later, plus or minus 5 days. Something ends and something new begins, like walking over a bridge that collapses, and once you've crossed it, you can never go back again. So changes can happen suddenly or occur over a period of months, which he successively eclipse. Lunar are more emotional as they cause final endings. They often make us aware of the passage of time, making us sentimental. Now, a lunar or full moon eclipse helps you see the true character of someone close and yourself. Brace yourself, as you may not like what you see. It's also hard to see your own true colors when it comes to matters of the heart. I suggest you check your own inventory, habits, and reactions. Also checking the others' habits and reactions. Can you then communicate clearly any challenges or patterns that you may have concerns about? Now, the best practice is sit with your intense emotions for a little bit before making major moves. Use the energy to clear out mental blockages and trust your inner voice rather than seeking outside proof. When a lunar eclipse in Pisces co-joins the royal star Fomalhaut, it magnifies themes of spiritual reflection, idealism, and the boundary between high visions and deceptions. Fomalhaut, the mouth of the fish and one of ancient Persian's 4 royal guardian stars, brings powerful potential for inspiration but demands absolute purity of intention. The eclipse realigning. Because lunar eclipses bring hidden things to light, this alignment acts as a moral and spiritual checkpoint, forcing a reckoning with where your dreams may be ungrounded or escapist. Be ready for endings, new beginnings, awakenings, and revelations. This eclipse is near the north node of Dharma, signaling a shift towards your highest path. Standing between the Leo solar eclipse early in the month and this partial lunar eclipse bridges old, releasing patterns with the forward-looking collective themes of the Leo-Aquarius nodal journey. Wow! Exciting times as we're experiencing potent astrological and mystical times. Hopefully something will resonate with you. Many blessings. Much love, and thank you for stopping by.